Welcome you all for the lecture series. The present scenario is stay at home, stay safe. The socio-economic aspects of influenza 1919 and coronavirus disease 19. Socio-economic aspects. This lecture is likely to be discussed on the following aspects: an overview, influenza, socio-economic aspects of COVID 2019, and analysis of COVID 2019, socio-economic aspects of global perspective, policy interventions, and final thoughts. Before we proceed further, there are certain basic questions to be answered. How long the pandemic will continue? How long will lockdown will continue? What will be the impact of COVID-19? How far the society will suffer? What is the answer for unorganized laborers? Can a country like India afford to continue lockdown? If lockdown is lifted, will community spread of the virus increase? There are certain questions that could be answered and few other we cannot. Before we proceed further, I would like to give an overview that man is a social animal. The human behavior is based on society. The society suffers from uncertainty. Human behavior changes. Uncertainty may be financial. Uncertainty may be psychological. Uncertainty is biological. At present, the uncertainty is financial, psychological, and biological. What kind of priority we can give? Is it biological or financial? If biological and financial aspects are given priority, then psychological aspects will be automatically be satisfied. And the next discussion that we are likely to have, we are drawing parallel to the influenza 1919. The influenza 1919 was called Spanish influenza or Spanish flu, and that was considered to be the worst disaster the earth has encountered. In India, the death due to the pandemic was 1.722 crores. 1/3 of the population was globally affected. The socio-economic aspects like high inflation, negative GDP, high cost of labor, low supply, and all these aspects are due to the colonial governance. High inflation and low supply. High inflation and negative GDP. And this is a scenario no economy can witness. Yes, the 1919 influenza virus has witnessed all this, but the economy has regrouped, the economy has revived, the economy has grown from one situation to another situation. The socio-economic aspects of the COVID 2019, the current pandemic, it first started in Wuhan in China. They were able to contain it after sternest measures taken. Nearly 76 days of lockdown has ensured that the virus is not proven. But there is a possibility of even repetition of the virus during the monsoon session. Anyway, it has spread throughout the world, and as far as India is concerned, it is the second most populated country, and it is containing 1/5 of the population, and it is next only to China. The population is more than 135 crores. And we have an advantage that India has more than 50% of its population below the age of 25 and 35. That means immunity against the virus due to the age factor. In 2020, the average age of Indian will be only 29 years. So that is one of the advantageous factor that we can come across with reference to the socio-demographic factors. From the economic point of view, the GDP in 1920 is 4.7%, and the inflation for the month April 2019 stood at 2.9% compared to 4.6% in April 2018. Further, we can also measure the other socio-economic aspects. The country's per capita monthly income is estimated to have risen by 6.8% to rupees 11,254 during 1920. The report of Economic Survey released in 2019 reveals that the unorganized sector accounts for 93% of total workforce of the country. The current scenario, as I said earlier, it is stay home and stay safe. The pandemic is showing linear growth due to the lockdown. More than 25,000 persons affected by COVID-19 in India. The number of deaths crossed 700. Globally, when you look at the socio-economic perspective, the coronavirus cases crossed 28 lakhs. The death toll is above 1,97,000. However, the mortality rate differs from country to country. In one country, it is higher. In another country, it is medium. And country like India, it is the lowest. The lockdown followed in most of the countries. More than 200 countries are affected. In Scandinavian countries as well as US, the social security is prevalent. In US, every day for those who have registered for unemployment, $6 are granted as a dole. In Scandinavian countries, the social security is considered to be the maximum, and there is nothing to worry, and there is no question of hunger in Scandinavian countries. And now the relaxation is demanded to counter economic crisis. The entire world came to a standstill. And what are the policy interventions? Save life, save economy is the mantra. What is the priority? Decide now. Life and hunger are two sides of the same coin, and allow the essential services to function, provide economic package to the unorganized laborers, provide essential basic livelihood by sanctioning rice and other groceries through public distribution system. You have to protect below poverty line families, and the minimum resolution a country like India must decide is No one should die due to starvation. The essential supply should be ensured. Further, sector-wise relaxation may be planned. Manufacturing sector in MSME may be allowed to start functioning with social distancing. Food industries must continue to supply to provide security. Agriculture sector, farming activity should commence operations. Laborers may be allowed to move in these activities. Transport facilities may be allowed in limited way. And having the discussion on these aspects, we do not know when we are ready to come out of this crisis. However, I would like to add certain final thoughts on these aspects. The pandemic is uncertain. The countries must be ready to face the consequences. Recovery is possible once lockdown is lifted. Patience and perseverance is the only solution. Rebuild the economy with the transparent policies. We will succeed. Thank you for listening to this most dynamic topic, that is COVID-19 and the socio-economic aspects it's likely to affect. No one knows when we will be out of crisis. So get ready to work for the country and for the recovery of the economy. Wish you all the best. Thank you.